don't take this seriously. He also said last week that he was going to be teaching classes at the Art Institute of Chicago, and nobody knows what he's talking about. He's just talking. So I definitely don't put too much weight on it. But he has been spending time in Chicago.
Which is good.
I hear word, that I actually saw one of his cars, and I don't know if it was his car, but I think it was his car, on Rush Street, down in the Gold Coast on Rush Street at Lake Colonial.
So did you take some picture? I mean, were you like officially stalking or mildly stalking?
I can't confirm this, but it's the car. It's the same car that I saw in his Instagram post.
Oh,
so it has to be him.
hot tip.
It's a distinct car. It's like a McLaren, a Lamborghini, or something.
It's not mine.
So
what do you think? You think?
I think Felicia. I mean, there's a lot of talk all the time. I think maybe his heart's in a good place. He's always like, we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing this. Like belongs for everyone.
Right?
And I mean,
I almost feel like Kim was on the phone, like back home, like, hey, what's going on? Chloe, he said what? We're moving where? Like, he's consulted with nobody on this. And look, you two are married. I'm soon to be married. You don't just make decisions on where you're moving without consulting with somebody. Somebody's saying there's no consultation here. He was feeling the love. He was in the moment and goes, you guys are beautiful. I'm coming back home.
But he's been here for a few weeks now, which is really cool. And I hope it means that we'll continue to see him more. That's what, he's saying. He's saying he's moving back. But before he was saying that, he was saying that he has not forgotten about Chicago. He's coming back. And I just hope he has a presence here.
Okay, so
how do you guys feel about all of them if they all come back?
Seriously. Seriously. I don't understand why they don't. Kim Kardashian, too.
Yeah, well, you guys seem to be skeptical of the move back, but you do like that he's engaging back here in Chicago and doing things. So that's a minor win. But
I felt like it wasn't too overly. It hit the notes, the tones of what we needed for this moment right now, because they talked about Roseanne. They had a couple of Roseanne jokes. They had Me Too jokes, and they also had minorities in Hollywood. They had those jokes, and how we need more minorities in Hollywood. So they did pretty good.
To me, it felt like that steak you ordered at a restaurant that you need A1 sauce. Like, you need something to spice it up. It was bland. You kept waiting for it. Bite after bite, you're like, it's filling me up, but it's not very good. It's not a lot of flavor in this thing. It was a forgettable.
Really? Okay, hold on.
Forgettable.
Let me see if you like this. The last, they still kept coming. Sterling K. Brown, he was there. Kenan Thompson, Kate McKinnon, Titus Burgess, and Kristen Bell. So they think that they solved Hollywood's diversity problem. So look, it's Ricky Martin. That's when I went wild. Me and my dog had we had a fangirl moment when Ricky Martin came out. I love Ricky Martin.
The dog went crazy.
Yes,
the dog went wild.
Ricky Martin was so excited the whole time. If you see him reacting, he was just like, "Wah!" I was like, Ricky Martin, I love you so much.
So that's what I knew. It wasn't going to pull me in when it had two of my favorite stars in Hollywood, Kate McKinnon and Sterling K. Brown, and yet still it didn't reel me in.
So you just weren't sold on it, huh?
I think the stuff, and look, I'll be totally honest with you. I didn't watch from start to end. I kind of, fast forwarded through, stopped and stuff I wanted to see. So sometimes you can't get the full flow of it there. But I watched the meat of it and the main stuff, and yet still I was like, fell flat. I just didn't think it was one of those. Lorne Michaels was producing it for the first time in 3 decades. It felt like SNL does when it doesn't hit. And I'm as big an SNL fan as there is. It felt like a bland episode of SNL.
What do you guys feel
like?
I think it needed moments. I think it needed something truly poignant or incredibly funny or outrageous. I think the hosts, who I love, and Michael and Colin, I think they were just okay. Their chemistry felt off. It didn't feel like a normal weekend update. It just felt like a Saturday when you watch through SNL.
I've got another moment for you. It's actually coming later in the show. But let me hit you with these, okay? Game of Thrones, they won for drama series, and Peter Dinklage won for his role on that show. I know you actually like Game of Thrones, so that's good, right?
This was the moment that I was like, okay, great. Game of Thrones, it was not eligible last year, which a lot of people were like, what do you mean? It's the only show that matters. I happen to be one of those. I absolutely love the show.
I didn't know you were such a Game of Thrones.
Oh, huge. The final season's coming up here in just under a year. Peter Dinklage, the role for him has evolved to almost, you could say, supporting actor doesn't even make sense because he's becoming the show there. It's impressive to me because you look at somebody like him and the visual, the optics, you could just be stuck on that, but that has nothing to do with the character.
I'll have to tune in. I haven't gotten on the Game of Thrones train. I know everyone's watching it, but I'll certainly have to tune in. It's so many shows.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get to these.
You haven't done Game of Thrones?
We'll talk about this later.
Oh my gosh, because I'll talk about it. We got to move on because I'll talk about it.
Let's go long on it.
Do you think he's going to lose his tongue? I'm afraid he's going to lose his tongue.
We got Bill Hader and Henry Winkler. They won for the show Barry. And we also have other big winners of the night. Lead actress for drama, that was Claire Foy. We also have Tandy Newton. She won for Westworld, leading actress in a limited series. Regina King for 7
Henry
seconds.
Winkler.
It was, yeah, Henry Winkler. I can't help but say his name. That's because to a British actress.
I was really excited about that one because I had a chance to interview him here at the Jam about a year ago. And when I was talking to Henry Winkler, I was like, this guy's like in his 70s.
72, right?
And he is as cool as can be.
Yeah.
Cool as the other side of the pillow. It's the Fonz, man.
Yeah.
And when he went up there and gave his speech, it was short, it was concise, it was very yet deep. The comments that he made there, talking about he's been waiting 43 years for the speech. It was awesome.
And it was his first Emmy, too.
Yeah.
So certainly deserves it. About 40 years, a little late for him.
Yeah, and he is great in Barry. He really does deserve it. I mean, that show, that show was like chilling and funny.
Him and Bill Hader, yeah, I love it.
All right. Since everyone has been talking about it, my husband, he checked it out, and I was like, no, don't do it.
It's the beginning of the end.
I know. Luckily,
end.
he did not get hooked. We're still together. Our marriage is going
Slow
strong.
clap, slow clap.
That's
Take
great.
that, Fortnite.
She says that now. He's at home watching it. How's the show today, honey? I had no idea. I was playing Fortnite.
Oh,
Look,
man.
the whole part of the game with the guy who's a young son, he's addicted to this thing, and it's scary. The game literally rewards you for the more time you spend playing it.
All games do.
We were talking about this in the break.
Yeah.
It's an addiction.
Yeah. Well, there's that dopamine hit. You know what I mean? It is like gambling and games do have a correlation, as does social media. But I love it, and I'm never leaving. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there definitely is a thing. The thing with Fortnite as well is like you can pay to play, and that's where like kids. I don't know if you checked your bank account lately.
Yes, no. That's what he's always asking for. The thing he's always asking, what can I get you? Do you want, shoes? Do you want this? He wants more different things to add to his favorite characters on Fortnite.
See, I'm a little torn because I do enjoy the game, and Jason, my husband, is a gamer, and I think as long as you put like some boundaries on it and stuff, I mean, there are benefits to it. You can talk to people across the globe. You know what I mean? There are skills that you can learn.
Which can worry parents a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I know. I'm not a parent, so I'm like, do whatever you want.